How's it going, everybody? That was the Minibosses, and welcome to episode 60 of the Ready Game Fire podcast. My name is Chris Fox, and now let's switch to this person. James MacNerney.
Bonsoir.
And now let's switch to this individual. Steve Edwards.
Right.
And now let's...
Do you get the idea now, yeah?
Mike and Jamie.
Hi.
Hi, good people.
What about the bad people? Why are we discriminating against them?
Because they're bad, Mac. They're
They're all humans. They're all humans.
They don't listen. No, all the bad people listen.
And we are here today to discuss what else but the Nintendo Switch. We're all here, we're all excited, we're all clued up now, Mac.
Yep.
And just to let you know, throughout this whole podcast, we'll be playing PC or Mac, which is a new RGF feature. Now, is that politically correct, or is it something that Mac would say?
Nice. I like it.
So let's jump straight into it. The Nintendo Schwing. Schwing in the other direction.
The swing, yeah. We've switched it, now we're swinging it.
Let's talk Nintendo Switch. What did you guys think of it? What's forefront of your minds? What do you most want to get off your chest? What's stuck with you over the Switch? What are your hopes, your fears, your dreams?
I'm here with my battle shield. I'm waiting for some, inevitably there's going to be some backlash, and I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm expecting to be doing a lot of defending.
That surely happened already after the event. I mean, there was pretty big...
I'm just talking about around the table.
Oh,
now.
right. Well, what's your gut feeling?
Jamie, especially, is going to get a lot of benefit out of this because he's going to be our roving reporter when he travels to the Philippines on the...
Exactly. In April. I'm going. Moving over there.
I wanted to give the listeners a specific date
and
airport and time.
So
that
my dress and...
they can accost you at baggage claim. Jamie, oh my God, the handsome one from RGF.
Early April.
Steve's frowning.
I'll be doing a lot of travelling.
Handsome one.
Well, so you can play Skyrim on the plane, just like in the trailer, can't you? Oh my God.
I could play Skyrim
For
on the
part
plane.
of the flight, at least.
But I probably won't be playing Skyrim on a plane.
You can play 1-2 switch in the aisle with the stewardess.
That's more my...
Don't even need to look at the
sort of
screen
thing.
art, you can say to her.
I can eat my fake sandwiches and then eat my real sandwiches.
Never mind the Mile High Club. 1-2 switch on a plane, that's the Smile High Club.
Very nice.
Imagine how great it'd be if you're onto someone else on the plane who's also got a Switch and both playing arms. Just in the middle of the aisles. Oh, how good would that be?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Arms.
Everyone's just like, what the fuck's going on? You wouldn't get it. We're arming it up.
But yeah, PS4, Xbox are basically just worse PCs, aren't they? So this is good that they're doing something different.
Yeah.
If they just join that arms race, they're just going to do it not as well.
Are you talking about the kart mode in Arms?
No.
Arms race?
No,
At Psycho Fox on Twitter?
I'm talking about the
Gems
hardware,
like
the console hardware arms race.
Yeah.
Less exciting, I think.
Mike, you've had it right, it pains me to say, from the start. I spoke to the man on the street. Mm-hmm. I spoke to a man on a street.
Wow.
And I talked to him about the Switch. And I said, what do you think? And he goes, his first sentence was, I'm not really... Can it play 4K Blu-rays? And I just went, what? I mean, people think that it matters because gaming's always been about that, hasn't it? The bit wars. Oh, mine's 32-bit, mine's 60. Mike, you read about this in the history books. Oh, 16-bit versus 32-bit. The Jaguar sold consoles only on the fact that it was 64 quote-unquote bit. Do you know what I mean? So nothing's really changed. But we know the truth, where you sit down, especially now that everything's in the HD era, you sit down, a game looks pretty enough, because they all do, so it's about fun. But the layman thinks they care about specs, but they actually don't. But how do we change that message?
Well, I mean, this is my big takeaway from the Switch event we saw is that the big problem with the console is what we're looking at in terms of games this year is that I keep thinking, imagine if the console wasn't launching the Zelda, which it very almost didn't by all reports. By all reports, it was a very close thing. It wasn't going to happen, and clearly they had to do some hauling ass to get that game out. Imagine if this console was launching without Zelda, how that would look.
Because it is launching with Zelda.
Because the lineup is very bad. That's what Zelda
Yeah, but because it is launching with Zelda, it's probably the best launch lineup of the last 15
right, exactly.
years. Anyway,
it's kind of fun.
Have they even confirmed the full launch lineup yet?
Yes, there's 5 games. There's Zelda, 1-2 Switch,
Bomberman,
terrible, Skylanders.
Terrible isometric view on Bomberman though. It looks like Bomberman 64, the worst one.
I like.
Don't forget Just Dance.
And
also.
Just Dance as well. So
that's it. 5 games.
Yeah. And so I say, imagine that Zelda, and that's the problem.
Tell me about it, Mac. Oh God, where's my Killzone What the hell was that one?
Bring the knack.
Shadowfall.
Yeah.
Shadowfall. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Put more
exactly.
knack and Killzone on.
So the
sorted.
way
I mean, because I would take a one Zelda game over Knack and
Yeah.
Killzone Shadowfall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair
right?
enough.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Right?
But so the way you could correct the problem of the visuals would be to have those games that show off why you can't. And if we look at what they've got, they showed a great looking Zelda, great looking Mario. I'm sure we'll get to Mario. And the games they showed that were supposed to show off why you don't need power were 1-2 Switch and
Mike,
Arms.
don't listen to them. You're always needed, mate.
Oh, I know, right? Those games, more than any so far, I think haven't. Think of the Wii Sports bundle. That was, Wii Sports showed us why we need that Wii. It's so weird that for this
1-2
console,
Switch needs to be a packet.
1-2, it needs to be, but it's not. But it's not going to be as good as Wii Sports, right?
VR Worlds. We don't get value anymore.
Yeah.
They don't do pack-ins anymore. It's weird. But let's go through the conference sequentially. I think that's a good way to do it.
Sure.
Because we can hit on each point as it was brought up. Steve,
Hello.
you have not bought a console this generation
No.
with a Zelda and a Mario.
I was contemplating getting a PS4 quite soon, but now I'm contemplating maybe getting the Switch. Well, I don't. My general policy now is to wait a long time because you want more than one game to play.
Yeah, and Mario's Christmas.
Is Merry Christmas time?
Yeah.
Holiday. I did think this because I knew you were on the verge of the PS4, and I was thinking, this could.
The thing is, like, when you get a new console, you want like
Arms.
all the online gaming.
Yeah, you
It's
want
not really gonna happen, is it?
Okay, should I drop the bomb now?
Okay, Chris has been threatening a bomb.
I'm going to drop it now, otherwise, because
No online gaming.
I don't want to forget it. Oh, you're so close. Well, I mean, it's already a failure because it doesn't play HD, 4K, HD Blu-rays. That's what the man on the street wants. Doesn't even have a disc drive. So it's going to fail. But let's talk about the Switch. I'm excited for it. Here's the bomb. And this is from devs. So the first thing that they talk about in the conference was the price and the online services. It's free until it goes paid for in the fall. Right?
Yeah.
But what they didn't mention is the fact that it's only free in the States. Oh, sorry, it's only available in the States until fall. We will not be able to play online
At launch.
at all outside of North America.
Until it gets paid.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Even in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Japan?
Even in the Philippines.
More importantly.
Whoa.
I mean, what is that? What is that?
Some
Yeah, but you
things-
saw the launch lineup anyway. Not going to be many games they're launching anytime
That's a
soon.
valid
I've got
point.
online.
Sure,
so you
but
can
you
have
wanna-
online and no games, or you can have games and no online.
That's actually a really good point.
But you want to be online, right? This is what
Doing what?
Getting trophies.
Miiverse, they're dropping
Checking
Miiverse.
people's
Well,
trophies.
that's the
Exactly.
thing.
That's
So
what I'd be doing.
the reason I didn't play as much on Wii U was because when I went on there, it felt, I've said before, you felt isolated online. Whereas it sounds simple, but you go on PS4 and Xbox
yeah.
now, your friends are there. It's just nice. It feels alive and
connected.
vibrant.
But yeah, more than ever, it was the most connected Nintendo console.
The Miiverse was-
you would get friends coming online notifications,
Yeah.
or would you? I might
don't
have
think
made,
you
I
do.
might have made that up. But I did go into friends a lot. You could see names, no codes, and you could see who was online. So, and the Miiverse is beloved.
fantastic.
The Miiverse is really beloved. If you go into the Miiverse when you're playing a game, it'll take you straight to that community board, and there are all those great drawings and stuff. And it's really friendly. Say what you want about Nintendo, but they promote like
Yeah.
a friendly space, which is good online these days, especially. So why they wouldn't bring Miiverse to their paid-for online service? And what's worse is that it looks like voice chat. It's only available on the app. So it's still, you want to chat to your friend, use your phone, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just
So
use
weird.
my phone, but I'll use a different app. I'll use Skype.
But
Why do I need your proprietary?
Still the problem,
voice
like,
app?
I still have to I gaffer tape my mobile around my head, strap it to the side of my face.
The most elegant solution.
I think discussing online.
It is disgusting.
The kind of things that Mike wants to do. I think this would be a great moment, Mac.
The thing
to
Mike's-
reveal what you found out about Mike's PlayStation activity over the past.
God.
Which bit of incriminating
Well-
evidence are we referring to?
Go from the top.
The online element's quite interesting. What he used to do, how much time he spent, how many hours he spent
On
checking.
certain apps and
Checking
checking certain
trophies
stats
and stuff, yeah.
Go on. What was the
That's
hours
interesting.
for Mike on checking trophies?
How'd you find this out?
Mac had like a mate at work that like,
Online.
told him.
At work, we've got loads of tools we can check.
No way.
These numbers
like
are
this.
inflated.
That's
Sorry,
quite, this is
sorry.
quite,
I don't remember all the
Data
numbers.
protection.
Oh.
Data protection
what's
breach
happened to
here.
privacy? You know,
You said it was 800 hours or something.
It was about 900 hours
Whoa.
checking trophies.
Oh my god.
So Mike's full game time on PlayStation devices, I think, was around like 72 days or something in total.
Wow.
And
900
800
hours.
hours for that was
Can't
spent.
be right.
That's too much.
It
man.
must be
800
for an
hours that's
idle.
spent.
That's too much, Mike.
Or when it's sinking, it counts as time. Not me sitting there looking at trophies.
I mean, sure.
Can I
Every
just say
20
that
minutes you're like,
no,
what if
no,
it
no.
wasn't got a
Look, we've got
trophy?
to because I mean, we like to have fun on this podcast. This is beyond a joke, though, Mike. Are you okay? Because this is not.
Is this
This
the
does not
intervention?
sound like normal.
This is the intervention.
Because
Isn't
like,
it? knew
I
it
think
was
his
coming.
most was Destiny. You said.
Oh, yeah.
Destiny
But
was
that's
insane.
that's a lot of people have that kind of thing. Most people's second most online game isn't checking trophies and
Yeah.
playing trophies and watching
Second
people set
highest.
trophies.
By a comfortable margin as well. Third place was like a good 400, 500 hours.
The real bombshell for me here is NSA MacNerney coming in with the leaks.
Julian
brilliant.
Maxon. Yeah.
I mean, in I will say in Mike's defence, and this is not a positive. And think about that; it's your defence. Mike goes out for days sometimes.
yeah.
Just leaves his PS4 on
Yeah.
and in games.
It just happens to be on, a lot of the time. He leaves it on the trophy list, just,
Yeah, but I
just
mean-
in case Alison comes over. It's like, oh,
Why do you-
want that old thing? Oh, that platinum I got the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But why is your console always on? I don't get it. And I send you messages.
Hazel's turn it back on and off.
They added standby.
Yeah, exactly. I do.
That's
put on
why.
But in all honesty, like,
No, you don't. You're always. It's always like in game, and I'm like, oh, he's definitely there.
Something
and I'm
might
like,
be updated.
Mike. And then they're like, like those scenes in films with the voicemail, multiple voicemails. I'm like, hey, Mike, what's going on? Hey, Mike, I'm in the lobby. Hey, Mike, party invite sent. Party invite sent. Where are you? Mike,
Jamie, just as
Mike,
a
are you there?
question.
Mike,
This
Jake.
will be-
Oh.
How often would you say you would have checked your trophy list over the?
I think literally.
Bear in mind you have to sync it. So I always would do even less than because it's annoying. So I'd never look at it other than like every.
maybe 4 or 5 times since I've bought my PS4.
400 or
I'd say.
500 times.
Mike's actually
Mike does that in a
4 or
day.
5 times an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, price. Not so much for the unit itself,
That's fine. I
but
liked
for
it.
anything separate that you'll need, including games.
All bargain prices, right?
£60 for a game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not.
but it's
That's
never
like
is, is it?
N64 days all
You
over
mentioned
again.
on WhatsApp, like that's like what it like they always
Yeah.
like when PS4 was coming out. It was like, oh, every £60 a game. And
Every console
everyone
launch.
Oh,
laughs.
it's 50, wasn't it? 50.
What's interesting
And
about
they've gone back to cartridges. Cartridges. It's so long since I've said that word, I can't even say it now.
It reminds me of a DS or a Vita card, though, and they're not.
what's weird is that I'd said, oh, there's 60 quid, and you said no, there's no way. And
I
then
just
you
thought.
checked,
I
and
thought that was an early announcement.
But they're clearly doing
no.
some weird stuff because they're not all 60. The big games are 60. I think Switch is 2 Switch is like 34.
It's 40, and that's too much.
It's all too much, but they're
I'll be
Street
buying
Fighter
it.
ones are 5.
I'll be buying it though.
yeah.
Street Fighter's 40 as well, isn't it? Street Fighter 2.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 2.
Ooh, that was
Street Fighter 2.
40 quid.
Street Fighter 2.
What?
Ridiculous.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
2 from the 90s.
Yeah.
How's
It's
it not-
£40.
But
You can
It's
play
got
as
two
Because I was
new
like-
characters.
It's Ultra Street Fighter 2.
you can play as Angry Ken and
that's
Mad
fine.
Rita.
It's a-
bargain event.
Palette swap.
That is mental.
Version.
And brilliant.
It's HD remix, which I don't like the artwork of, but luckily you can switch to the traditional pixel art. And I was like, cool, I'll down that little £8 download.
Yep.
Street Fighter 2 on the go, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. Thank you very much.
He's always
I thought
violent.
that's great.
Ken.
But 40 quid, no. I
Yeah.
mean, do I need to say that out loud?
Is it like-
Nintendo?
It's super weird, isn't the price? Because the console itself, pretty reasonable. I mean, I think people were looking maybe. I mean,
too expensive.
27999.
it could be cheaper, but
No, it's relatively cheap in terms of console launches.
it's cheap when you think of the fact that those. So as we're saying, accessories cost a lot. The two
Yes.
controllers cost 75 quid each. So
Huh?
the
pair of
No,
them.
no, I'm saying
For
the
a
pair.
pair.
If you buy them separately, cost a lot of money. The Joy-Cons cost a lot of money. They're bundled in.
It's awful.
At
So
least
if you think of how much that would cost in the box,
And it is a good point
it
as well.
already seems to say the
Think-
console's cheap.
It's the only console that comes with 2 controllers in the box
Mm.
at the moment. Yeah, but so you get you get everything that you need with the console, apart from the Pro controller, which I want, and is £50 as well.
60.
65, but I got it from Zavi.
This is
But how
mad.
much?
Top
All
tip,
these-
50 from Zavi.
These
I'm
money
going back for
numbers
Zavi.
you're throwing around.
It's
is
crazy.
insane.
It's
These Pro
ridiculous.
controllers, though, have gyroscope and motion control now. I just need to... and with the Pro controller, when I don't get anal, I get triggered. Does that make any sense to anyone?
Yes.
Those are the notes that I got down.
When you get anal, you get
No, when I
triggers.
don't get oh, sorry, I've read it wrong. Does it have anal? Does it have analog triggers?
Right, thank God.
Analog.
I want to cover Chris's first
I'll be
point.
quite-
Anal triggers.
To that land, legs, got legs.
Legs, got legs there.
No, the Pro
One more
controller, the Pro controller, and the gamepad on the Wii U digital rubbish, shitty triggers. So they need to fix that. Hopefully, for that price tag, they fixed it.
What about that little Didym's
That's gonna be
D-pad?
it.
It was adorable,
That's
wasn't it?
so.
The only place you
How
can get
you even?
it's weird. And obviously, the way the Joy-Con work, you know, you have to have face buttons that double up as a D-pad. But the only place you've got the classic Nintendo D-pad is on the Pro Controller, sold separately.
And the little one and the little Diddy one on the Joy-Con, the tiny,
It's so small.
tiny
Isn't that
tic
just a
tac
plus
size.
It's just a plus button.
No, it's a fucking D-pad.
No, it's not. It's a plus button.
Oh, it's a start button.
Plus button. Plus and minus, yeah.
So start. It's
Start
not,
and select. Yeah.
well, where's the minus button then?
On the other Joy-Con.
No, because that's the screenshot button because it's got the old share.
And the minus button.
Yeah, it's got the screenshot button and
I know.
there's a minus as well.
Mike,
Yeah,
you're
so when they're
blaming
both on
it
top, you've got plus and minus on top.
So
You've got
excited
power
for that little
home.
D-pad.
Yeah, I was as well. It looks so good.
Cancel pre-order. Cancel.
It was for
pre-order.
babies, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know,
Little babies.
So yeah, like I said, well, it's not. I mean, the
doesn't exist.
GameCube D-pad is the worst.
But imagine that was a D-pad.
It's
Oh,
not.
it's really poor. I didn't.
Let's just think about it for
You
a
guys
while.
are
Play the
mad. So
games.
only one of them would have had a little D-pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, it was a bit mad. Yeah.
So very weird that the D-pad only exists on the Pro Controller, sold separately, $65.99.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
$9.99.
Before Mike convinced me that was a little D-pad, I thought there wasn't a D-pad on it. And I was like, oh,
Well, it's got to be a D-pad. That's my point. They
It's a
think
bit
there's got
weird,
to be a
just an
D-pad.
analog stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can't. What I always thought was great about Nintendo, the Wii U especially, was that you could use a load of your old tech with it. And I would see so many articles going, I just remember seeing a picture on one website. It was a picture of all the controllers that were compatible with the Wii U, and it was like, Nintendo's hardware problems summed up in one screenshot. And I was like, oh yeah, isn't it annoying that some shitty old classic controller you can plug in and play 4-player Mario Kart if you needed? And that's all gone now. You can't use any Wii U Pro controllers for
use the
the
steering
Switch, even though it would be fine. No, the whole new steering wheels are on sale, Steve. Why? It seems as if they've rewound a couple of years as
Yeah.
well. They've like, oh, don't forget about all the motion gaming. And some people in Nintendo are like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like when you go back to an old phone backup and you see, and you're like, none of these messages are up to date. It's like,
Well, that's what when I first saw the console, I was most kind of a bit off by was the look of the little Joy-Con attachments. I think they look great when attached to the screen. Taking the portable mode screen with two Joy-Cons on the
Looks
side looks
smart.
pretty good. Oh, it looks like an actually high-tech Wii U gamepad. That's nice.
a lot of people that we know that have had hands-on say it's about Kindle-sized and very comfortable.
Yeah.
Prices are high for controllers and stuff, but prices are high for controllers everywhere now. I don't have 4 DualShocks for that reason. They're, what, 50 quid themselves?
50 quid a pop.
40, you can give it 40.
Because that
If you're
light...
lucky, you
It's
can
up,
find
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
man.
50 standard.
the Joy-Cons.
Certainly not a
75.
coloured one.
Oh, you know why they're called Joy-Cons, right? It's a joy for them as a
Well, I've got to
country.
say, you just Mac, you guys just saw the video, but you saw the Joy-Con.
There we go.
Like,
That is
it's
pretty
like Morecambe and Wise over here.
Joy-Con is the plural, so you've embarrassed yourself there. Just like Pog, which no one believes me.
They're referred to as the Joy's Con.
But is anyone else super impressed actually how much they've...
Joy-Cock! So that's...
What were you
Is anyone
saying?
else super impressed by the actual those controllers? You saw them just then. They break apart. They've got shoulder pads on them. They've got the HD
Shoulder
rumble.
pads.
They've got
Shoulder pads.
wire sensors. They've
I
got
could picture in a blazer on it or
D-pads,
something.
and they've got screenshot functionality in those tiny little things.
Think of the
It's
Game
actually
Boy
very impressive.
You've been very vocal about the Joy-Con silliness from the get-go, but you also then said in a message the other day you love the Game Boy Micro. And that Game Boy Micro is small to hold.
Why
I
did
just
you
I
love
love
the
it.
Micro?
I just said it was
I have
smaller than a
one.
micro.
It's
is what I'm
necessary,
saying.
right? The Joy-Con size is necessary for travel mode. Think about, like I said, Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart 8. Taking the home version of Mario Kart 8 on a train, if you've got a friend with you, stand it up on the table. Those two controllers would be great. And
Street Fighter on that thing though. Ooh.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not ideal for most things, but then again, you could take. Can you take 2 Pro controllers with you and sync them to a mobile Switch? We don't know about that.
No idea.
Can you play the Pro controller on the go?
I suspect you can't.
You'd hope
I'm
you-
thinking back to the trailers they did before, and
We've
they
not
never
seen
showed
that.
it with a con.
Yeah, we've not seen that.
Well, you
So I
just-
suspect they link up with the actual docking unit itself.
No, but the
rather
No,
than
the
screen is the
screen.
The docking
No, they-
unit
I think-
apparently it does nothing.
Yeah, the screen is
I've
no
heard
machine.
you can link 8 controllers to the tablet.
No, that's
Can
8 Switch. That's 8.
Joy-Cons.
That's 8 tablets playing mode.
Yeah.
And here's another problem. It's confusing. It does a lot, but once again, the message has got really confusing. And for Mr. Does it play Blu-rays? No. And you're like, no, but it can do this and this and this.
No, it doesn't have a disk drive.
To be fair, the message is a lot clearer than it was with
Yes.
Wii U. Like Wii
Yeah.
U, people didn't know if the controller was
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
console
No, but
or
it was-
the thing that you could barely see in the background.
It
of
was
the
super
screenshot was the
clear,
console.
and now it's been muddled again by
Yeah.
look at all this extra stuff it can do, which is great. The Joy-Cons are so expensive. Damn it. The Joy-Con are so expensive. The Joy-Con TM
The Joy's Con.
are so expensive because of all the tech in. So the HD Rumble, that's something that does excite me. It's gimmicky again. It won't be used after the launch window, but it's something I'm interested in. I want to feel the water slowly fill up on the inside of my Joy-Con. There's a cow milking game in 1-2 Switch
amazing.
where you milk the udder and you can feel the milk going through the controller.
It's bizarre.
Mental.
It's one of those things I feel like you're going to need to experience it
Yeah,
yourself,
right, exactly.
Or you
So
can get an appreciation
the
for
message
it.
of 1-2 Switch, well, first of all, that's the worst advert for anything, full stop, regardless of what it's advertising. But the message of 1-2 Switch hasn't been conveyed. There's another game where you hold your Joy-Con and you have to guess the number of balls you've got in your hand.
It's always 2. The answer's always 2.
So you shake it up.
Not if you get lucky, Mac.
Yeah, but are they always yours?
I didn't specify.
One of each.
And you're like, now cough. And you're like, this is the bus stop, mate. Could you get off my balls? And now cough. So you shake your Joy-Con and you have to guess the amount of balls that are in there, and whoever guesses wins. So it's actually quite innovative. Classic Nintendo. And Nintendo are the best at doing mini games like that.
Yeah.
Think of what we still play when we all hang out. WarioWare, that we party you with great little board game mini games. They do it so well.
But 1-2 Switch is being made by ex-WarioWare developers, so that kind of...
There you go.
Yeah.
But once again, the message was just like, we don't know what the fuck this is, and it's laughable. Nintendo, send this Gap advert nightmare back to hell where it belongs.
I mean, that was the thing. I was wondering, like, I don't know if I said this in the last podcast, but I was wondering, like, what is going to be, because Nintendo loves having their console come out and they've got a game that's like, hey, this is what it does. I mean, most consoles do. Even the PS4 had Playroom showing off the DualShock stuff. Because obviously when we first saw the Switch, we had no idea about all this Joy-Con weirdness, and now this is what we get is 1-2 Switch, but it's not.
Well, the thing why Wii Sports was so successful is because it's simple, and you see it and you're like, oh, I get
Intuitive,
that.
yeah.
That's what you play. That's how you play tennis. That cowboy thing, it wasn't Wild Gunman 2. I was disappointed. But,
So like all of the things in 1-2 Switch are like off-screen games, aren't they?
Which is
At
fun.
all.
and on March the 3rd, by the way, is everyone coming here for the launch night?
I'll be playing
What
Zelda,
day is
so...
March?
Oh, yeah, you play it here. You can play Mike. You can play Zelda on your Switch in the corner and not talk to anyone. but you
Like
still
in the
can-
party they
but you still
advertise.
got the-
I can be that guy who comes to the party.
March the 3rd is a Friday. I just found out now.
Cool, everyone around here. Nice.
I'm out of the country, but yeah.
On March the
Back on the
3rd.
4th of March.
Oh,
Should we do it on the 4th?
If you want to come round to my house.
Your house?
Yeah.
bring our tablets.
Well, that's hey, we can play 1-2 Switch on the way over. 1-2
Yeah.
Switch. People are walking past us on the train and we're milking cows. And what are we doing? We're just milking a cow.
As long as you're
I'm not looking at the screen.
So what I think is interesting is that, like, I thought this console had two selling points. It would be Nintendo first-party games and portability. Now throwing in the whole Joy-Con motion stuff in, it's like this. Is it good that it's got these kind of three prongs of things that make it exciting, or is that almost too much?
Well, this is what I'm saying. The message is now diluted, and it's
Yeah.
complicated for people who.
Well, the information is out there about this sort of stuff as well, but like it has got a touchscreen. Finally got capacitive touchscreen.
Yeah.
Does the touchscreen work? You can't do like a Wii U style thing where you're using the Switch screen and the TV at the same time.
No.
Like it doesn't
No.
work.
No, because you can't. You have to have it plugged into the telly.
So what's the usefulness of that touchscreen?
Some games, I guess, using it on the go, you could tap.
But then once it's docked, that you can't do that.
Does the tablet by itself have Wi? Can you use, like, when you're out on the train? Can you use the Wi-Fi as you pick it up? I guess you must if it can do it.
Sounds like what you want,
suppose.
Jamie, is a Wii U. Go out and buy one now.
Well, I've got one.
There you go.
But it's not got capacitive touchscreen.
Well, here's the other thing. How do you play Mario Maker at home on the Switch? Can't do it. So
Well, it's not been announced for it, to be fair.
yeah,
But they're saying the games are one-to-one, whether they're on the tablet or whether they're on your TV. It's the same game.
yeah.
So now they can't use the touch stuff
it
in
can't be.
games. Like,
At home,
That's
yeah,
right,
it's
good
just
point,
for mobile.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that would be for mobile games, isn't it? They want that mobile market.
But then,
yes.
if the whole thing is the experience is the same
Yeah.
on the go, then no,
Can't
like
be.
you can't use the touch stuff, right, in games.
Are you telling
At
me
all.
they haven't thought this through? There are plot holes, aren't there, like that?
Big ones.
But less so than the Wii U. It was the initial message. I've really enjoyed my Wii U. Mario Maker, for example, something you can't do elsewhere, and it's phenomenal.
Game of the year 2015.
Well, the Wii U had one big plot hole. This seems to have lots of quite seismic, but several littler seismic plot holes, if you will.
There's the storage as well, right? Like that's
It's laughable. Like laughable.
Was
the
it
other day.
32 gigabytes built?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I read
It's-
Zelda's like
40%.
18 gigabytes now.
Yeah.
it's 15.
Close to half
It's
of it, yeah.
yeah. So
Cool.
It probably will be
I
half
like
of it, because don't forget it'll take
What?
away.
One game a console.
One game console. That's
Buy
Steve's
multiple
console.
consoles, genius.
the thing
And you
is,
wanted 3 games for a console, Steve. I mean, this is your dream console.
Really?
One game and you're in. One game and you're out.
the thing is though, you can put any SD card you like in there. They take any. I saw in a thing any capacity that's available now, like the terabyte ones.
Yeah.
You can pop in there.
you're talking about the size of Zelda. Like, do we know if games need to be installed?
No, we don't know that.
Like, or can they just
Yeah,
run
they
off
do,
the cartridge? You might not need to install them at all.
I'm thinking they've been talking about the Zelda install, so the download. So I imagine it's not. I imagine it's off the cart. If I'm paying that fucking £60, it better be not an install as well. Can you imagine?
So it's less of an issue if they're running off the carts, right? Like,
How big are the carts? I don't know those teeny little things.
Yeah.
Or is that-
Yes.
How big are they
half a
gonna
dungeon
be?
on that, if I know how things work.
On the other side of the coin, Vita, Mac, memory cards, Mac, proprietary,
Proprietary.
Proprietary.
it's like Mac trying to say cartridge.
proprietary Mac. That was my first try.
Proprietary.
Guess you could say it's inevitable. Inevitable.
What the fuck has happened to us?
Inevitable.
That was my poor Team American
Hey,
impersonation there.
Mac, we've got the 64 gig ones, haven't we, for
Yeah.
our Vitas? How much did we pay?
60.
It was only 60. I thought
But we got lucky though.
I thought we paid 100.
We got lucky because they're normally £100.
Jun was over there, wasn't he?
Exactly. So if you buy them in Japan, it was about £60.
Never released outside Japan. Why? No need.
Yeah.
No need.
Hardly on board.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Vita, though, I'm hoping that's what kind of the area that the Switch can operate in is like, the indie games. Like every single indie game comes out on it and is playable on the go. Kind of what the Vita does now.
Nintendo notoriously though make it really difficult. Apparently they're being
Yeah.
cunts when it comes to those cartridges and third-party developers already. But again, with indie games, little downloads, that could be fine.
And that's what I'm
It would be good,
hoping
wouldn't it?
for.
Yeah.
Because the Vita didn't sell big, and it did manage to get all the indies on there. I mean, so it must have been they must have made it
All
super
of
easy
them?
to all of them,
All the-
every
all
single
the
one.
indies.
Wow.
So they must have made it super
good
easy,
sell.
super easy for them to get to it. Like
I think
super easy to develop for.
they do
super easy to
support
port to.
developers a lot, don't they?
If Nintendo do that, then there's no reason why they wouldn't. Because as you talk to most indies,
They need to.
they would say their dream is to be on Nintendo consoles. So
Yeah, exactly. It carries a lot of weight,
If
doesn't
there
it?
are already reports of it not being easy to do, then
They
that's
need
already a
to
huge
do
issue.
more in that direction, though, because
I don't think not easy to do. Just Nintendo are notoriously difficult to deal with. But
That's
then
what I
again,
mean,
so
yeah.
have Microsoft with the indie developers over the years.
since they've not got traditional third-party support,
Yeah, but it's the first console that Epic are on board with because of Unreal 4. So a lot of doors are opening that way.
Looking up numbers for Vita, I was curious to see.
Good.
how many-
21 million.
Yeah, well, the last number I saw on there said 13 million, apparently, but still an
bigger
upward
than that.
trajectory. Fucking hell.
It's a tough day for words.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trajectory.
I think we can
Fuck
move towards.
me.
Think about this, like with games like Mount Your Friends or Nidhogg 2 or whatever. Set it up on the train, 2 controllers, playing those 2-player indie games.
What was
It
that?
could be
Mount Your Friends?
could be really good. Something
Mount
like
Your
that.
Genital jousting.
Or genital jousting.
Genital jousting's great.
It's really graphic. My
So
God.
good.
Yeah.
Is that an actual game?
Yeah, it's so good.
What?
You'd love it.
What's it called?
Genital jousting.
Genital jousting.
You're
I thought you
Vita.
said general jousting. I was
Genital.
like,
You're a penis with balls and a bum, and you've got to get your penis in your friend's bum.
Think about this. School kids love FIFA, okay? They love FIFA. They hang around game stores to play on FIFA that they have set up in the shops. If kids are taking the Switch to school and playing FIFA at the back of the class, setting up the screen, multiple controllers, think about it, 4 Joy-Con, FIFA, you can't do that on
Even more
tablets.
stupid children.
You can't do that on anything. That's a game changer. You need to get this message to those kids, though.
It's true.
Hey, kids, want to play FIFA in detention? Switch has got you covered. You know, that's the kind of advertising you need. Not 1-2 Switch is a way to break ice at parties, not whack out the Switch at a party and go, hey guys, can you turn the music down for a bit? This is 1-2 Switch, let's milk some cows. No, you say, we've got WarioWare devs, it's a great collection of minigames that shows off the tech. Oh my God, can I work for Nintendo and do their marketing, please? It's really this easy.
I feel like
hey kids, play FIFA on the school bus.
Yeah.
Done. AAA home console FIFA. You can't do that on mobile. You can't do that on Vita. You can't do that on DS. It's a game changer. And that kind of shit. But like I said, if this message doesn't get out there, it doesn't mean anything. If third-party support drops off, Nintendo with this third-party thing, which is going to be spoken about a lot, I guess, here today, is great. Skyrim, it's an old game, but it's a start. There's no new Elder Scrolls, but it's a start. But they've got to keep up this third-party day-and-date releases thing for years, not just... Because otherwise it's the Wii U again. It's like Mass Effect 3 and Arkham City. No, thanks.
Skyrim and a nondescript FIFA have been announced. That's it in terms of big Western AAA.
From what I'd heard online,
not-
apparently Nintendo didn't get out a lot of dev kits to third parties
Yeah,
until
that makes
quite
sense.
late into...
Well, the launch is, like everything, too soon.
Yeah.
Christmas time would have been the great launch because
Well,
you'd have
clearly,
Mario and Zelda.
The online stuff is evidence of that, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all too soon. That's not a Nintendo exclusive thing. Nothing comes out ready. Street Fighter 5. Think about. Do you remember that?
Well,
Couldn't do best of 3 against the computer. No story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was insane. So nothing's ready these days. That's a bigger problem with the industry. But yeah, Nintendo did it with the Wii U. And now they're going to do an early thing with the Switch before it's ready.
Because the Wii U wasn't doing so well, I guess.
Got
Feel
it.
the urge to jump on new hardware.
Sales could pick up though.
For Wii U?
No, for the Switch.
All right.
Around Christmas time.
Yes, and with Mario coming out, I think
Bundle it in.
I assume they will. Well,
But that's a long wait, though. You're talking about 9 months where it might suddenly pick up towards the end of the year.
Not everyone buys consoles straight away though, and I have this weird compulsion to. I don't know. I think it's quite
It's the excitement, isn't it?
it's addiction. Yeah. I'm
Well, you just want to be in there day one.
yeah, you do.
Expensive.
But it's strange, though, because the launch kind of encourages third-party publishers as well whether to invest or not. If they see a strong launch, they see it selling well, gaining momentum.
Snowballs
they're like,
from there.
We'll start investing into it because it's going to be at least a good 2 years before they can pump something out anyway.
Brings us back to Jamie's point though. Launch lineups, and we've spoken about this on Ready Game Fire since our inception in 2010.
Weird. Huh?
7 years.
Booyah.
There you go.
Long time.
7 fuck.
Haven't aged a bit, we.
Not changed.
No, I haven't.
Look younger in
Not,
it.
still talking about the same bullshit. I'll give you that much.
Lots of crappy launch lineups there.
But it's not just it's that I think of those the consoles that have launched with such bad perception around them: PS3, Xbox One, Wii U. I thought this was going to have that groundswell behind it at launch, and I think it did after the first reveal. And after this one, I feel like that goodwill has dropped off quite a lot.
It wasn't
And
as
that's-
bad as. Yeah.
No, I know it's not as bad. No,
I was
it's
just
not as
thinking,
bad,
do you
for
remember the
sure.
Xbox One
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not as bad as that. But unfortunately, Nintendo needed. Xbox had all that goodwill that the TV thing.
Yeah.
It's harmed them a lot, isn't it? The sales are not even.
Well, I was just going to say one final thing on that, with like the reception on the launch and stuff. I feel like the expectations were just out of control with it. Like people wanted like a £200 tablet that could play 1080p games for like 8 hours without charging, and also translate Mother 3 and give you a blowjob when you go home.
Once again, a lot of the
Is there a
But
console
it does the
that gives you a
blowjob,
blowjob?
right?
That
As a
bit's
minimum.
covered. Yeah.
A lot of
Once
the-
we switch.
Yeah, a lot of the Switch problems are just problems that we face, like I said, in the wider tech arena now. And battery life, So we'll say they said 2.5 to 6.5 hours of battery for depending what game you run on the
You play
Switch.
an NES game on lowest light setting, you'll get maybe 6 hours.
Oh, but let's say let's go with a 3.
Steve's happy.
Probably around, let's just say an average of 3 hours.
3 probably.
If I'm on my phone on apps on a train ride, it's dead. I
same.
have a charger with me at all times now,
Yeah.
and thanks to the USB-C thing of the Switch, I'll be able to whack it in there. So with supplementary power supplies,
They're common now, though. Yeah.
yeah, they're common, and that would really boost you if you're on a plane ride,
Yeah.
for example.
Smart.
Skyrim on a plane.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. I just would have liked to see more, especially at launch. If this is the third party sport at launch, it's not going to prove
The stewardess walking past you and you're playing, and you're going, arrow in the knee. Oh. You say nondescript FIFA. Apparently, it's the 360 PS3 versions.
Are you?
Oh, really? I thought it'd be like FIFA Fun. It'd be like a Nintendo.
1-2
crappy,
FIFA.
Crappy.
Well, it's not going to be.
Me FIFA.
It's not going to be a proper
Mifa.
FIFA Road to the World Fun.
Didn't they they did bring out like a cartoon FIFA on the Wii, didn't they? With all like exaggerated.
Wasn't the way to play the Wii with like the direct your players thing? Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that quite good?
I do remember
God.
that. Well, James, I do remember that coming
Yeah.
out, and like it was, you just none of it made sense.
Super exaggerated Cristiano
Literally couldn't understand
Ronaldo.
anything about the
Isn't that
idea behind
Nintendo's
it.
tagline?
But it
None
was-
of it makes sense.
EA, wasn't it? Like,
I think you strap the Wii remote to your foot and you kick.
FIFA on paper, good for the Joe Evos.
Angry Birds.
Probably next.
One for the Call of Duties.
Call of Duties.
Big with the Just Lance crowd. So
Just Lance.
Might have jumped the shark on that one.
jump the mark.
Andy Birds.
Andy Birds. No, I like Andy Birds.
Nice.
No, I like Andy Birds.
Who doesn't like Andy Birds?
Yeah. Well, Mario then.
Yeah, we've been quite negative and
Because Nintendo have done it, they've done all their little bits
Yeah.
again, haven't they? Here's the takeaway from it. I've noticed that I'm just excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. So that's how I feel about it. We may have sounded negative, but I'm so excited. to have that console. I want it now. I want Mario now. I want Mario now.
So funny.
Fucking game.
No, you don't want them on top of each other. I think
Oh,
assuming
That's quite the sandwich. I don't know. Top.
Well, I should say actually, because to be honest, there is a lot of bad things came out, but nothing.
Steve, don't cry.
Don't cry. But it's not really changed for me because, and again, this has been the way for a lot of people with Nintendo consoles, right? It's your Zelda and your Mario machine. Which, looking at this year,
Zelda Mario machine.
Yeah, as long as Zelda's
They should
coming
just
out,
call one of them
they should.
Nope.
Don't you exploding kids?
No,
mate.
I just played my Nope card and I just played my Leslie Nope card. And
Nice.
let me tell you why. We didn't even get a major AAA Mario on the Wii.
No, or maybe
That's
AAA
mental,
Zelda.
isn't it?
But even more important than this being just another big AAA Mario game, it's the spiritual sequel to Mario 64. It's the game I've personally been waiting for since I got home and played Sunshine. I was like, what?
I don't know, mate. That ship has got pangs of galaxy about it. That he's
Colin,
flying around on.
Colin Moriarty.
On Twitter, he tweeted out obviously someone who likes to rile people by saying that Sunshine's better than 64. And I love Sunshine.
And there is
but
one
I
person at
can't-
the table who thinks
can't
that
do
as
it.
well.
No, I love Sunshine.
Even
but I can't.
even lunatic
Mike hates
powers over
Galaxy
there.
too, doesn't he?
Yeah, only 'cause copy and paste job.
Whatever.
Copy and paste job.
No, you're thinking Mario Run.
Toad Rally's great.
Yes,
It's
isn't
really,
it
really
great?
fun.
This is Mario
it's
Run.
addictive as hell.
Yeah, really fun. I just wish there was more
It's cut
reason
though,
to
so-
do it.
No. This bit, anything but
This,
cut.
this bit's going, isn't it?
Like, so something that's so funny it has to go in now.
Even more cut than it was before, I think.
Me and Mike and Mario Run friends.
The amount,
I mean-
amount of Mario Run you've played is brilliant. I love it.
The only thing I've seen everywhere about Mario.
Only.
Oh, doesn't it look weird with the real people? It's weird and bad. I mean, it's an open world Mario game. It's the most gorgeous footage I've ever seen.
It's lovely.
He's the innovator of free running, and now I get to traverse New York? Are you kidding me?
New
Wall
Donk,
jumping
mate.
up those fucking
New Donk
skyscrapers?
City.
That's a
Not
weird-
New York.
Donk City,
yeah.
exactly, Mac.
Donks every
you say-
corner.
Hat throwing and jumping. I'm sold.
I love that mechanic.
Yeah, it's very
It-
that bit's going to be great.
It's gorgeous, and this is what I'm talking about. Once Nintendo finally crossed the HD threshold, I don't give a fuck about your specs, your horsepower, your teraflops, your floppy flues.
Flip flues.
Not interested. That game looks gorgeous. End off. It's going to play like a dream. And so that's why I'm excited about the Switch.
Yes.
All this extra stuff it can do, interesting. But I'm picturing myself in front of my TV playing the next great Mario game.
Yeah. And that's the. I mean, people after Galaxy were like, well, it's got to be universe. It's got to be going over the entire wherever. What's really cool is it's obviously a much smaller scope in terms of the kind of where you are.
I don't
but
know
it's bigger
about-
in
we
terms
don't
of
know.
obviously-
They look quite. The environments look quite big.
I can't contain my excitement for Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I'm excited about Zelda as well, but Mario's the one that's really just kind of.
What do you-
It's been so long. Like I loved Galaxies as well. I love Galaxy, but you can't use a proper controller to play it.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
So-
that's
yeah,
the
but
main thing
it's gonna
against
be
Galaxy, isn't
It's
it?
going to be a really, I love shooting the little Lumaloos out of the sky. Yeah, right. But it's going to be me kicking back on a sofa with a normal controller playing a Mario game.
Or on the train. Or on the plane.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Cannot
I
wait.
disagree on the Galaxy stuff because I never liked the Wiimote thing and I got over it instantly with
Oh,
that
yeah.
game.
Dude,
I
it's not
really
a problem
didn't
for
care
me.
and I still
It's
loved
not a
it.
problem for me. It's a 10 out of 10. The
Yeah.
Galaxy experience for me. But Odyssey's an 11.
Would be
I
nice to
don't
just have a
know.
normal controller. I agree.
It's a bold
I agree.
statement.
Steve, what do you think of Mario? Because you always like, yeah, I'm interested in
Hello.
your Mario opinion because I feel like this is the thing that's gonna, if anything, pull you towards this console.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it's tempting. It'd be a charming little Christmas present.
Oh,
That'd be nice. Do you reckon? Yeah, you reckon that might shake out
Yeah.
console and Mario at Christmas?
I
That
know.
does sound pretty nice.
It does look really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not quite as angry as Chris is with the whole people talking about the real people because it is a bit weird when he's
It is
like
weird.
running. He's a human who's then half their size, but
And what did I say?
it doesn't bother me.
No, it's interesting. Like they could have definitely made.
I'm gonna
the
enjoy
humans-
jumping off their heads.
I'm not
on the
angry.
road.
It's just the only talking point I've seen
Yeah, no,
anywhere.
you're right, yeah.
No one's
Not
going.
the fact
I've
that
seen
it
lots
Holy
looks
shit.
I've seen a lot of positive.
The headlines shouldn't be the normal humans with Mario are bad and weird. The headlines should be, holy fucking balls, you guys. Have you seen the new Mario that
The
we're
headline
getting?
should be: what are the lore implications of full-size humans in the Mario universe?
And-
Is
yeah.
Mario?
Believe me,
Tiny.
Is he
An
even
alien.
human?
Yeah.
believe me, I would have cared about that when I was fucking 13. But this is the point. It's 30 plus year olds journos writing about this shit. What did I send you? The picture of what are they called from Mario Sunshine?
Oh, what the
The Delfinos.
Delfinos.
Yes.
Give me a businesswoman in a suit in a park. Hey Mario, want to do the skipping mini game? Yes, please. Rather than welcome to the island of.
They are
Is that a
great
Trump
variety.
impression?
I am, however.
I don't remember.
They'll probably.
Do you know what? Do you know what's funny about that?
Delfinos.
When Trump is mocking someone who is handicapped, he just did an impression of Donald Trump, and that's funnier.
It's weird he's president. Anyway, yeah.
Not in New Donk City, he's not.
I think Delfinos will.
Or is
pop
he?
in any beach.
Do you
Delfinos.
reckon they'll?
They're
Do you
loads
reckon
of-
they're gonna? Do you reckon they do
They
kind
were
of
in
like
Galaxy
how-
2, weren't they?
Were they?
Yeah.
Where
were
The
they?
Delfinos were on the,
Briefly.
the
Oh, that's
beach
really
level.
cool. On the
yeah.
beach
You
level,
can
yeah.
jump on their heads.
Do you reckon with all different sandbox areas, do you reckon they'll do like a tour of like Mario's like
Galaxy
past
World,
and history and like bring it all into these
Sunshine
that'd be really
World.
I don't think so.
No,
It
I
looks
don't
like
know.
they're looking forward with this one. What I liked was every area is so different.
Yeah.
You've got the city, and then you've got a surreal food world.
Yeah, and there's like
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that looks like a
I'm
Van Gogh
excited about
painting.
though.
He's riding something.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that-
put the other
yeah.
one.
Little Sphinx cat.
Sphinx cat.
Yes.
Desert. I've
Finally.
watched it several times.
I'm just salty that he's biting on from Sonic. You know, he's got the spin dash in there.
That was a
now.
bit weird.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're rolling down the hill.
Sold out.
Well,
Gotta go
When you're
fast now,
buying from
you, eh?
Sonic, you know.
That's
you're
another
right.
thing that's
the game's
great.
doomed.
there's another thing that's grinded my gears a bit. Smug Sonic fans going, just like adventure. Fuck you guys.
You love smug Sonic.
It's not going to
fans,
be
though.
like Sonic. It's not going to be
Sonic
like
06 with real humans
It's not
and a
gonna-
spin dash.
It's not going to play like Sonic Adventure because it won't play like arse. That fucking hub world, getting around in those small hub worlds with Sonic who goes a million miles an hour.
We haven't even.
Cameras in the building.
The best thing, Steve, I'm hoping you're going to say
It's Bowser, isn't it?
Pimp Bowser, yeah.
Bowser. What are you going to call him?
Billionaire Bowser.
Billionaire Bowser.
But he's got a new hat.
Yeah. Well, this, I said this to Chris. It's like, you know, Bowser. The whole storyline's always been like Mike mocks it. Ooh, it even happens at the start of Mario Run. It doesn't need to.
Unbelievable.
But how do you freshen that storyline up? Give Bowser a new outfit.
I wanna.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
Did
suddenly-
everyone else see the parental controls video?
No, I haven't seen it, but people love it.
So
though.
fucking good.
So good.
Not that people-
Bowser's lock screen on his phone is a picture of Princess Peach. Like, unlocks his phone, sets the parental controls
little
But
for
now,
baby
you're
Bowser.
starting to
Paper,
question.
Paper Mario. Paper Mario. I love
I
it.
start to question who's kidnapped who. Because I mean, Peach must be. You look at him.
I think
She's kidnapped his heart.
I'd go Bowser.
Damn it!
and
I was just
Mario.
about to say that.
Kidnapped his heart.
I-
This is a
yeah.
machism.
it's a Twin Peaks type of thing, isn't it? All this time, Bowser and Peach have been in it together, and they're just pulling a fast one on Mario. It's like, that'll keep him distracted for another 6 worlds or so, darling. Shall we get back to it? Anybody else?
Mario looks fucking brilliant. Oh, the name. I mean, this is what I realised. This is why when I first heard the name, like Switch, I didn't like it because I think the word Switch is a bit weak. But Mario Odyssey.
I
that is
don't
that is a
like the name Odyssey.
Really, I think it's great.
It's a good name, isn't it?
Is there anything that offers this
Sonic fans as well. They're like, clearly done a synonym thing on adventure. Can't use adventure. It's been it's annoying.
I want
Steve confirmed to buy Switch and Mario. in
Well, no.
Holiday 2017.
I am hoping for
One
like
financially.
a limited edition Switch by the time I get around to buying one, like a nice Zelda one or something.
They've got
It
some
might
like
be
skins
limited
you can
edition
buy.
anyway.
All I'd
because
ever
it may
want
not
is
sell
just a SNES looking version.
Yeah.
So whenever they do that
Yeah.
for any.
Steve, end of the life cycle for those kind of
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
designs.
Damn it.
They save that for the end when everyone's got one.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Because it looks like the SNES DS.
Beautiful.
I think the
That's
Joy-Cons
cool,
would
isn't
be
it?
good, wouldn't they? With
Yeah, yeah.
with SNES
Well, the
coloured
SNES
buttons.
colour
and-
scheme is just amazing, isn't it?
Mike's lucky enough to have this super cheap. Oh, I can't believe it. GameSeeker honouring their pre-orders for £198.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you've got a grey one pre-ordered. I've got a grey one pre-ordered. But a lot of people like the neon blue and red.
I do like it. I would prefer it, but not for 80 quid.
I think they look good when they're separate controllers.
But plugged in, look a bit weird.
But plugged in, when you've got opposing
exactly
colours,
Completely
it'd
agree.
Be quite, and then neon as well, so extra bright,
Yeah.
extra distracting.
I actually think just the dark grey looks a bit cooler.
It is very slick. I mean, that's
It's more like, here, look at this sleek piece of hardware,
Yeah, yeah.
not like, why
Here's
am
a
I
couple
holding a
of toys.
Stabilo Boss highlighter
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the
I look
90s?
forward to the see-through controllers.
Well, the
Yeah,
Pro
that's what
controller,
we
the Pro controllers are actually kind of semi-see-through. It's quite cool, actually. They look really good.
It looks really sleek, doesn't
They
it?
do look nice.
They can't underestimate how nice a job they've done to design the actual look of that.
£9,000 for that controller.
Oh yeah. That's very good.
Bargain.
Are there any other
I
games?
know it's got motion and gyro in it, but let the old Pro controllers work. Come on, I've got
I
two
don't
of
know.
them.
I don't think I've ever used it.
Mario Kart multiplayer. I mean, come on, guys.
Necessary
Mario
Bayonetta 2 as well.
Kart is coming out on it at some point.
Yeah.
No, but
April.
why can't I use my old Pro controllers? Anyway.
Don't do.
Steve's a good example here because you're not a lapsed gamer, but you haven't bought any of the current generation consoles. And maybe there are others out there like Steve who will come back in for Zelda and Mario. Another WhatsApp group I'm in with a lot of other industry types, that's where I've been getting all the hands-on saying how comfortable it is, how good the HD Rumble is, how fun 1-2 Switch is. And they're saying, Mario and Zelda, I'm in. So...
It'd be interesting. Because one of my main reasons I haven't bought a new console is just...
Too much sex.
Too much sex, yeah.
Too much
rock and roll.
Too much sex, not enough Metroid.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
but,
the two main reasons.
Like, the last generation was so incredible for games. And every game that's coming out on PS4 is always like...
also incredible, because they're the same games.
Well, that's it.
So what's your point, mate?
Point well made, thank you very much. But like, it's like, and it just doesn't interest me that much playing another... Even like God of War and stuff, I played a lot of God of Wars, and I'm worried this is a flawed logic to then say, but the new Switch, because
Exactly.
But that's the thing,
and you definitely play more Mario than you have God of Wars.
That's why The Witness was so good.
Oh, yeah.
And little
on
game,
PC, though.
might not mention, but Undertale.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't mention that one. No. I bought it. I love it. Great Steam page.
I'm an hour in.
But yeah, that's why I haven't bought one.
It's going to be the Sonic Mania console for me, though. I think I've got Sonic Mania pre-ordered. It's been moved forward to summer, spring.
Is it not?
It's been moved forward. Yeah, but I've had it pre-ordered for the PlayStation, the collector's edition. It's really cool. But that game looks, oh man, I love it as well. Finally get a fan.
Binding of Isaac coming out on it as well.
Bring in a fan. Oh, we can't get Sonic to feel like the old Mega Drive. The boardroom tearing out their hair. Should we bring in a fan that Chris Fox suggested on the Ready Game 5 podcast for the Streets of Rage games ages ago? Should we apply that knowledge to Sonic games? It worked brilliantly. And check whenever you like, say, you know my address. No, they don't. Anyway, fuck Sonic Mania though. Yeah. I mean, that would be a perfect 2D complement to Mario Odyssey.
Ooh. I mean, and having that all in one device that you can take on a train is really fucking cool.
See, and there's all this extraneous crap that we focus on.
Cut it away.
Nitpicks, tech, but yeah, when you sit down and you're watching TV. And the Switch just pops in your mind, and you're like, "Oh, I'm excited for that." It's worked. I'm excited for it.
I just thought of something that they need to do.
Yeah.
Switch with the Joy-Con attached. You holding it, so you're holding one of the Joy-Cons in both hands, so it's upright. Your friend's holding the other side. Are you playing Windjammers? End to end.
Can't believe Windjammers.
That needs to happen.
I've got a question, sort of for Mike, a bit Chris.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Maybe even Raph can get involved.
Well, maybe ask it, and we'll
see.
We'll see what happens.
So, you guys are talking about like playing these games on the train, right?
Yeah.
Now, you, Mike, you watch a lot of great TV and like you watch All the Wire on the train, right?
I didn't. I watched series 1 and 2 on the train.
It's annoying.
And then I rewatched it at home.
Because
then
before you came round, I was having a conversation with Jamie saying how like I have to sit in complete silence with quite loud telly.
Bit of an extra grind here.
Yeah. I'm just wondering with like games, like deep games and stuff like, because you guys talking about playing Mario, play Zelda on the train, but I mean stuff like Zelda, is it not more of an immersive?
Yeah,
you want the whole sitting down and it's like, would you play these games on train?
Well, I agree. I do. Well, even at home, because I'm definitely one to kind of compare and contrast, and I do think taking away, I'd be playing Zelda mostly, obviously on the big screen. I'd have taken away. I'd have to play it to know for sure. I would imagine I'd be a bit like, oh, I don't want to play it on this little screen. So there's a worry. I hope I do.
Would you say throw on The Sopranos and play at the same time?
Yeah, I mean easily.
For example,
as we discussed,
like Super Metroid.
As we discussed the other day, Sopranos C grade.
I mean, it's great because for you, like there's so much excellence you've got going on there in your life at that moment.
You've got to just pack it in.
You could have thrown Revolver on.
Yeah.
Listen to that, and then you've got
had a bacon sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm a vegetarian now, so I won't. But you know what they always say? You can never have too much of a good thing. Just stuff it all in your eyes and your ears.
You can never have too much of every good thing.
Just stuff it all in there.
Especially in a compromised
until
format.
You pass out an epileptic rage. It sounds great.
Yeah, maybe Zelda would be. I pretty much don't play anything portably these days, but I would do it with the Switch. A longer journey, I take my Switch with me.
It's good to have the option.
Yeah, Zelda maybe not so much for me, but Mario is the kind of game that you can play on the train.
Yeah,
because
it's not.
Zelda wouldn't translate.
Mario for train. Simple.
Yeah.
keep an experience like Project Octopath Traveler
Oh my God.
for the home.
I didn't want to bring that one up too early, but
Such a name.
what's that?
Zelda being open world, it means there's going to be a lot of kind of busy work, just running around collecting
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, for the trade, that's
A
totally
lot of
fine.
Ubisoft towers.
Grinding on the
Yeah,
train.
grinding on the train.
At the end of the day, it's very simple when it comes to video games. And the problem with the Wii U was a lack of games. We just need more games because you can have the two very distinct playstyles if you want. Deep solo single player game with the controller in front of your TV. And in the other hand, casual motion games. But you've got to have quality experiences for both and multiple experiences. You can't just have Zelda and 1-2 Switch. That's not good enough. You need to have dozens of those separate experiences. So bring out all the games. It'll be fine. On here, I've got Minecraft. That was, not even mentioned. Thrown in the sizzle reel. That's going to be really key as well for those people.
Kids play Minecraft on the phone now. I mean, I don't think Switch is going to convince any
exactly.
kid playing Minecraft on the phone.
That's
to
true,
get-
Is
but
there anyone who hasn't?
But the
played
point is
Minecraft?
they've got it.
It's
Yes,
a
yeah.
box they need to have ticked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like with people who still want their consoles to do everything, like I said, man on the street, 4K Blu-rays, people do want everything in one device. So if you can't give them that, having Minecraft is there. But anyway,
Can we talk about Zelda?
Musical interlude.
Oh.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
I was terrified it wasn't going to hit that launch. Like they spent so long in that conference teasing it, and by the time it got to the end and you looked,
It
I
had
was
to.
like, well, I'm not going to buy this console if Zelda's not there at launch because that game does look amazing.
No other choice, eh? Otherwise, it would have been
Do.
1-2 Switch and Bomberman at launch.
No, how much I love Breath of the Wild. I played it and it was fantastic. I was always going to get it, and I want to get it on the best looking console and portable. I do think the portability would be really good for it. So
Portability and everyone said the Switch version.
it said it runs 1080p as well, which is that equal the industry standard right now. Full on 1080p. So I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild. I think it looks brilliant. I think it's
Mario Kart also is in 60 FPS and 1080p,
Oh, that's nice.
except in travel mode where it's 720p, but still 60 frames per second.
But it'll look nice and sharp on the screen. So when it gets to resolutions at smaller screens,
This
it's
is
not
the
a
thing
big
I
deal.
don't.
You won't know so much.
When it's coming to a game, specs and stats, I do get it. When it's a game that's on multiple systems, like on this gen, I get it on PS4. The gen before, I got it on Xbox because that was the superior version. But when it's a game that's only out on one console, like Mario Kart, and people are saying,
Bloodborne.
Yeah, you won't know, yeah.
well, this is in 4K. Play the fucking game. Shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? It's the only
Play
place you
the
can get
fucking
it.
Zelda.
Get what you're given.
People think they care about it, but they actually don't.
Mac,
Oh, and if they did, they'd be in the PC space. Do you know what I mean? All these people that are so well. If you're that anal about it and you want to
You
get
should be on
triggered,
PC,
yeah, exactly.
get in the PC space.
Well, no, I mean, I'm in the middle. I like my specs. I bought a PS4 Pro because I like a little bump
You
up.
don't like. You're not wearing any specs. You're ashamed to the fact that you need them.
But I don't think it's the most important thing. But I think these games look great. And if they're running 1080p, and
You're
it's
more
nice
learned
and clean,
though. You're more learned.
I know, right?
This is what I'm asking you now, Mike. I'm. How do we do our bit and get the message out there that it's not about
just keep-
frame rate?
It's fine. Well, I mean, I'd say frame
It's
rate's
about game
frame rate's
rate.
more important than resolution, I would say, because
Resolution is
Yeah.
important as well.
Mac, you're not a big Zelda fan historically. Anything about Breath of the Wild
About
kind of made
5'9",
you...
5'10".
5'9",
How big are you?
No, it's not that I'm not a fan of it. I've always been shit at the puzzles. I just can't get my brain around
There's
it.
quite a lot of
Yeah.
puzzle stuff.
The puzzles in Zelda are hard, man.
Yeah.
The block needs to
push
go
the
to the
block.
left.
Well, you
It's
say
the-
that,
it's
but I've
the
only
o-
managed to finish one Zelda game.
Dude,
usually
it's
because
the
some
only-
puzzle somewhere.
Which was that?
will
Did you
stumble
finish? Did
me.
you finish Ocarina?
No, I finished the one on Game Boy Color, Oracle of Seasons.
Oh
I
my
think it was.
god.
That's not a bad one. It's not a bad
Get
one.
out.
Good game.
It was a
Ow.
good game. I know.
Ow.
I know.
But Breath of the Wild, Mac, anything
I
grabbing
like the
you?
look of it. I do like the look of it. It looks interesting.
Because it is really open.
Should be
I can't
right.
believe you
Just-
struggle with puzzles.
I was just
You're
about to say-
Dark Souls boy.
I know. I know.
just finished
Doesn't
Last
make no
Guardian.
sense. Yeah.
Didn't you platinum The Witness?
I did indeed, yeah.
Oh,
Platinum the Winners. The puzzles in Zelda are the only puzzles that I can stand. I hate puzzle games. I get frustrated straight away. Zelda's the only game that I'm like, oh, block goes in the hole.
Let's not give
But
him.
I don't know why. It
Let's
just-
not give him too much credit for platinum. The Witness.
Well,
Cheated, didn't you, Mac?
Mac and
No.
Mike.
no, not massively.
Hey,
Not massively.
Revelations.
At least I tried. On
No,
like,
this
What do you
stuff.
mean you
Unlike
still
Michael.
cheated?
This stuff's got to come out on the podcast.
Wow.
Which was the one who did the Uncharted's workaround as well?
MacNerney.
Was it Mac did on
What
that?
did he do, Steve?
I don't know.
Speed
Mine.
up.
Deleted patch notes, deleted patches.
He
played
deleted
old
patch. He
No,
deleted Steve's.
it was his fault.
He deleted Steve's Renegade Fire feature patch note.
It was me.
There was an exploit on Uncharted 4 you could cut out doing two playthroughs by just going back and
Yeah.
reloading a save file, deleting the patch. All exploits. No,
So in
dirty.
the
Yeah.
Witness, there's like a challenge room
Yeah.
at the end of the game,
Yeah.
Which I
which is
nearly did.
completely.
Which I nearly
you
did.
don't need to do it though. There's no.
No.
Yeah, you
it
do.
doesn't add
get the
anything
For a
to
trophy.
For a
So
fucking
you need to
trophy.
You need to do it.
You need to do it if
Come
you
on,
want to
Steve.
have a platinum, but like
Yep.
it should be like either you do it and you get the trophy, or you don't do it and it's like, no, it was too hard. But no,
It's true.
there's an annoying exploit on PlayStation where you can like, because if you pause it normally in game, it ends the
It's time
challenge.
it's time sensitive, so
Yeah, and it's like throws loads of random puzzles at you, and it's really
if
hard.
you back out to the if you take a little screenshot and back out to your home screen, you can then look at the screenshot, have a little thing,
Basically, you can turn
right.
a thing that's supposed to take 1 minute 30 seconds into like a 45-minute.
and I did.
Insidious. I think that's much worse than me looking up how to smash those mirrors in Portal 2.
Well, it is worse. Yeah.
Considering I never use walkthroughs, and you do this kind of shit, Mike, all the fucking time. You need to return half your platinums because they weren't earned.
He can't keep getting away with it.
But
Oh,
so you just show up at a police station late at night. It's raining. You're pacing back and forth in the lobby. Sir, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I've got
time to report.
I've got a crime to confess. I've got to carry this guilt around with me for as long as I've carried these unearned platinums. Please take them back.
I don't think the police deal with that these
And then they
days.
go, bloody hell, sir, 900 hours in the trophy checker.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
900 hours.
Make sure Mac hasn't got the
At
platinum.
least only
witness.
400.
Your nick, mate. Get sent for immediate psychiatric
But the
assessment.
great thing is, even if it was just like it was wrong by
And
like
no
it was
amount
only
of
a
time.
ninth of that, and you've spent 100 hours in it,
That's still a lot.
it's still insane.
I've not
10
spent 100
hours.
hours staring.
10
at-
Oh,
hours
on my
is
list,
stupid.
it wasn't even in my top 20, so I must be like, oh, it must be
Like
quite low
anything
then.
more than
Not
2
even.
hours would
Yeah,
say,
right.
"What are you doing?"
That is fake news, Mac. Get
I'll
out.
get
Fake
those
news.
new numbers this
Fake
week.
He's the one who can treat. No,
I'll
he's
get
seen
these
the
new numbers
sources. These
this
can
week.
all be complete lies. I'm gonna.
What would I have to gain from that, though?
Well-
I'll show my numbers in your numbers, and we.
Show numbers. You texted us the numbers. Is what you showed
Well, I
us.
can't show you it because
Well, that's
then,
convenient.
you know,
It's so fun.
I do like that.
It's
You
a workaround.
could have literally just made it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I
quite
agree,
funny.
it's always possible, but
Not even
I'd have
possible.
nothing to gain from that, though.
It's true.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh, trailer is incredible. The best trailer of 2017 so far.
Were you hyped up for the game before the Switch event? Were you?
Yeah. I was on board, fully on
Nice,
board,
nice.
but like that music, and
Oh.
you haven't seen the English one yet, have you?
No,
Any
you're
of you?
saying it's really good.
I've
The,
seen
the English voice acting, I like it.
Yeah?
And the music kicks in afterwards.
I think
Link's,
it still worked in Japanese.
Link's still silent though, right?
Yes.
Is it the same
In
trailer, though? Or is there
Good.
only new footage in English?
No,
one?
it's the same trailer, just with English voice acting.
Good way to do it.
I just think it's really fantastic. Like it's
Yeah.
looks good.
there's so much you can do in it, and it's
The stamina meter pissed me off in Skyward Sword a
Yeah.
bit, but it makes a lot more sense in an open world.
Yeah.
It did.
yeah.
It
And for
makes
me,
some good
I'm liking.
puzzles.
For
Was
me, I'm
in,
liking the fact I can play with a normal controller. This
Was
time.
in A Link Between Worlds as well, stamina meter.
I have had a lot of fun with Skyward Sword, but yeah, now thinking about it again, being able to sit back in the sofa without the Wiimote and the nunchuck,
Yeah.
they still pack this thing full of gimmicks, but you can still play those games unimpeded.
without it.
But I remember saying it was.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, oh, it's gonna be so weird playing a Zelda game with like a conventional 2-joystick controller because it's not happened before.
In a long time.
But now I can
Oh, you mean
avoid it because I can
two-stick.
just use a Joy-Con, I assume. So
I prefer that way, 'cause
I
then
can
you
not
can-
have to play it
I've
properly.
just
thank
thought
God.
as well. What am I talking about? Do you remember the Galaxy levels where you had to fly that bird?
Oh yeah, no, there was some awful.
And
Yeah,
the bird
yeah.
bits in Zelda's Skyward Sword. Ugh. But there's motion in the Joy-Con and Pro controllers, so there still might be shit like that.
Well, I
Let's
played-
hope not.
When I played it on the
it'll be
Wii U,
alright.
there was no gyroscope stuff going there. It was all just triggers and buttons and joysticks. So I can't imagine they'd package any Joy-Con because this is a Wii U game coming forward. I'd be surprised if there
Yes.
was any Joy-Con stuff being chucked into it. You hope not. Anyway, I can't wait. For
I
the
suspect
game.
they'll probably go for like an alternate control scheme thing in it, maybe. So if you want to play it with like motion controls, you've got
Yeah,
one
but
option.
they'll
If you
let you,
don't want to, if you want to play with just a pro
Yeah.
controller, then obviously.
Because Nintendo famously
that.
give you options to not
Well,
use their awful
here's me
motion
hoping.
control
No,
schemes.
but we're saying
Here's me
options.
hoping.
We're saying they're options to use their awful. They'll patch in a way to do it badly. They wouldn't.
Oh,
patch in
patches
it
from
badly.
Nintendo. Guys, what dream?
that'd be
Sorry,
interesting.
this is the real world that we're living in here.
Yeah, you
They
get
did a
download the
patch for
patch to your
something, though,
phone,
didn't they?
plug your phone into
Oh.
your Switch.
Yeah, they better come out and say, no, of course you can have voice chat. But then, oh no, we've seen no headsets,
That's a good
Void-
point.
Don't even-
no
weird.
trophy system as well.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Happy
pretty used to
badges.
that by now.
Yeah, I know, but it still needs to happen.
No, I know. There's a lot needs to happen first, though.
I don't think we need Skyrim with Zelda. They both will do the same job.
Yeah.
Plus, you'll have the fact that Zelda's a new experience, and you'll have the Zelda sheen on it. Does he wear the green outfit in the game?
It looks mostly
The blue.
blue, but he wears. You can get loads of clothes from. Like
I'm sure there's a shot of
There's
him
loads
that
of
you can
change
nothing
it.
classic, but I wouldn't be surprised by the end of it. You could because there's so many costumes and
Green tunic. will come in
customization.
there.
you
To
can unlock.
Link.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could unlock, get something that was like this world appropriate look at that. Because so much stuff, all the customization of weapons and upgrades and very very exciting.
And when you see like that trailer, and even if you've not been hyped about Zelda for a long time, when you've had that Zelda experience, whether it was one game just at Ocarina back in the day or multiple brilliant Zelda experience,
Oracle Seasons,
or the classic of Oracle of
or
Seasons.
Zelda 2, the best Zelda.
It stays deep, like it stays deep in there within you, doesn't it? And like you see a trailer of that, and it kind of wakes it, doesn't it? And it comes to the forefront of your
exactly
mind.
what
You're
I
like,
was,
I'm a you're like once a Zelda fan, always a Zelda fan. It's a special franchise.
There's a moment in that trailer where like this big spider monster's crawling up. It's really cinematic. Like, I've not seen anything like it.
That's
Zelda
right
before.
after in the English trailer he says,
Really-
"You're ready to hear about what happened 100
it's
years
just
ago."
Big. It's an
Music
overall
kicks
epic.
in. Giant friggin' spider.
Yeah.
This is where you'll find out what happened 100 years ago.
Boom.
You're here.
Baba, yeah, do you? Baba,
My heart
too.
pieces will go on. There, I just wanted to say
That's a
that.
good one.
Anything else? I think we've done.
Splatoon 2.
We're going to find
cares?
Metroid.
Metroid.
Well,
Nintendo don't care.
You need a
about
reason to
Metroid.
pay. You pay for the
Can't
online
move
service, surely.
Yeah,
Splatoon
right.
2. There you go.
There are 4 massive Metroid fans around this table. We might.
And you're probably the only 4 because
Can I-
Nintendo
Favourite
don't
Metroid?
want to release them
Metroid
anymore
other
for some
end?
reason.
Metroid.
Federation Force,
Can
sorry,
you-
updated recently.
Apparently, Nintendo have got a few things held back. Apparently, Retro are working on something. It's been confirmed that it'll be Donkey Kong as well. So,
Give us
Diddy Kong Racing.
I mean, they're doing a few things right with this with the Switch, and a new Metroid Prime could be one of those things that they do right. Who knows?
Is that where do we feel like Nintendo's focus is then on this console? Like we became so much about the mass market. Wii U tried to target the core. Where do we think?
the
Third
same
party,
thing.
isn't it?
Because that kind of
They're going.
when the Metroid comes out will be based on what they're actually
What?
gunning for. Because Metroid's going to be for the core Nintendo fans. It's not going to sell big, but it's going to be.
Yeah, but they're doing that with Zelda and Mario. Metroid goes right along with that. There is a Metroid curse, but then again, people are idiots. Problem with the Switch is they're doing the same thing that they did with the Wii U, wider and deeper. It is a fear that they're trying to please everybody and won't end up pleasing anybody. But that is the end of episode Schwitchty of the Ready Game Fire podcast. Thanks very much for listening. You can get at us on Facebook and on Twitter. My name has been Chris Fox, and it will continue to be Chris Fox after the podcast ends, funnily enough. But you can find me on Twitter at PsychoFox. That's F0X at the end. Jamie?
_ J Rath.
Michael Power?
Twittered Mike Star. It's as it sounds, except it's not. It's TWITD Mike Star.
Steve Edwards?
As easy as that.
At iStevus.
And obviously Mac is at the MacNerney13.
Yeah.
You're listening on iTunes, please give us a rating. If you're listening on Stitcher, thanks very much. Don't know how it works over there. We're on YouTube as well. Check out our videos. We've got new episodes of our epic Snatcher playthrough on there now. Go check them out. Other Let's Plays, lots of fun to be had on YouTube. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming today, and thank you for listening today. We'll see you later.
Ready, fire!